Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Resident Evil Village. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the game's final boss, Mother Miranda, on Village of Shadows difficulty, with no infinite ammo weapons or New Game Plus items. Starting off in Phase 1 here, the general idea to avoid her attacks is once she sort of crouches down to come after you, you want to run in a big circle, and then once you hear the third and final hit of that combo go off, you can turn around and shoot her again. The only other attack that she has during this phase is the ability to kind of summon up mold pillars, and then those will always move in a straight line towards you, so you can avoid those easily and even get an extra hit on her. During this little mini phase here, I learned this recently, you can take out a pipe bomb and throw it over the mold pillar. There's no actual geometry in the top area of the mold pillar, so you can successfully just throw a pipe bomb through the top of the mold pillar, and it will deal damage to her. You'll notice that I'm using the sniper rifle exclusively for the most part in this fight. I have this upgraded to full power from the Duke outside the boss fight. This is the strongest weapon you have available to you, aside from the Magnum, which we'll use in a little bit. Alright, phase 2 is the spider phase. This is a really tough phase. I find it difficult to avoid everything in this phase. You always want to keep maximum distance from her, but she is so fast in this phase, it's not even funny. You don't want her to get too close to you, if you can help it. That's really the idea. When she goes up onto the thrones in each of the four corners, the trick there is to run towards her, like you're about to see me do now. Run towards her. I do take damage there because I tried to get an extra shot. That didn't work. But when she's up there, you want to run towards her continuously until you hear her hit the ground. She will jump over you as long as you have timed it correctly. But you want to run towards her, and then she'll jump over you. That's sort of how you deal with that ability. The rest of the abilities is really just about keeping maximum distance between you and the boss. I know that sounds obvious, and it is tough to do, believe me, because she can jump and pounce around. If you feel like she's going to get too close to you, just block, and you really won't take too much damage. Alright, phase 3 is the flying phase. For this phase, I prefer to just use the handgun, at least in the beginning, because I have quite a lot of ammunition for it, and I feel like I'm just sort of wasting it if I'm not using it. Also, the 3 orbs that she will summon around her will explode with one handgun bullet. It's really just, they have 1 HP, it doesn't matter what gun you use, but it's, in my opinion, a bit more efficient to use the handgun. This way you're not wasting precious sniper ammo, and then you can just quickly switch over to the sniper rifle, get a hit off, and then just sort of proceed through there. Another thing to keep in mind is that on Village of Shadows difficulty, Miranda will almost always use the second flying attack after the first. Not the one when she has the orbs. That will always be a flying attack that won't hit you. It's this normal one that you see here now. A second flying attack will always follow, and you can hear it because she sort of hisses. Very rarely, however, she can do a third one that you see there, and then she'll sort of get on the ground and then fly away. That one's a bit more rare, but on Village of Shadows, she's always going to do 2 flying attacks in a row. So the general strategy stays the same. Just shoot the gold orbs, take out your sniper rifle, shoot her once, and sort of get moving, and then run in a circle until you hear both attacks go off. And as long as you have enough distance between you and the boss, you won't have to worry about that third attack. Sometimes you will, but just try to keep an ear out. The small FOV on console is really tough in this fight, and can get kind of frustrating. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so with this big transition into the final set of phases, Miranda will summon this giant gold orb, and you can do one of two things. You can shoot the orb, or you can shoot her. I'm not sure if shooting the orb deals damage to her, but I only recently learned that you can shoot her, and the orb will explode. So try that. If it doesn't work for you, just shoot the orb. Okay, so in this transition phase here, unfortunately the flashbang didn't work, but my general strategy here is once you hear her laugh, shoot a flashbang. It will stun her for a second, but it will also re-illuminate the arena, allowing you to get some damage on her, as well as get your bearings. It feels like it should be a guarantee that the flashbang illuminates the arena. However, it didn't work right there, and I have had it not work other times, but it feels like a glitch or something when it doesn't work, but that's just me. Maybe it's not guaranteed, but it feels like it is but maybe there's a problem with it. Alright, so in the final phase of this fight, Miranda can transition between ground, spider, and flying. So with that in mind, you want to use the Magnum in this phase to try to end it as quickly as possible. The reason for that is because when going from the flying phase to the spider phase, it's really, really difficult to sort of gauge her attack, because she can literally go from being up in the air to crashing down on you as a spider. So I like to save the Magnum for this phase of the fight, because it allows me to end the battle a lot more quickly. And I know that sounds obvious, but if you were to use the Magnum in the beginning of the fight, you would reach this phase more quickly, and then you'd have to deal with more flying into spider attacks, which are a huge pain. So I just recommend keeping the Magnum ammo for this phase of the fight. But that's kind of it. It basically just sort of rotates on a random cycle between the 3 forms. Just keep your distance, remember the strategies for each of the 3 forms. On the ground, wait to hear the 3 attacks. As a spider, just try to keep max distance and then run towards her when she's jumping off the thrones. And then in flying, just shoot the 3 orbs, take out the sniper rifle, shoot her, and then wait for 2 aerial attacks to come around. And again, in this little transition phase, if you want to call it, you can throw pipe bombs over the mold vines. There is no geometry at the top of them, so you can successfully throw pipe bombs and hit her with them. And that's kind of it. I will let the rest of the fight play out. There won't be much more, but I don't really have any other tips for you. You gotta end it quickly, and you have to be very, very fast with your reactions, and really use the audio cues. That's my biggest suggestion for you. Audio is a huge, huge part of Resident Evil Village, and being able to sort of get your spatial awareness and understand where the boss is at all times is incredibly helpful. But that's it. Good luck. As long as you kill her, you will have gotten the trophy for Village of Shadows difficulty, and then you can also unlock a really, really great bonus weapon for future playthroughs. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Resident Evil Village, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll be Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.